Hello and welcome to my video, Yoga for Backs today. Find a comfy cross-legged position to start in. Sitting up nice and tall, take your right ear to your right shoulder, and then your left ear to your left shoulder, and draw these little circles with your neck. Making sure you're sitting up straight, relaxing your forehead, your jaw unclenched, just getting into that chill state of mind. Gonna give your back some love today. At any point, if you need to pause this video to take a little extra time in one area of the body, feel free to do so. Take your hands wide and take an ear down to each shoulder. Feel this stretch throughout the neck, throughout your traps, and even down your biceps and your forearm. The more you crawl your hands out to the side, the more intense that this stretch will be. From here, we'll take some barrel rolls. I always like to say in this one, it doesn't matter what you look like, it just matters how you feel. So dropping a shoulder between your legs, drawing circles with the spine and the back. Whenever you feel that little crack or a little pop, just spend an extra second there. Nice fluid movement, dropping the chest. Starting to regulate your breath. Those deep exhales, deep inhales. Take your right arm, place it behind your right hip, and start to find that twist. It doesn't matter which side you start with, we're going to hit up both anyways, so don't worry about that. Think of your spine as a spiral staircase here, with each inhale growing taller, each exhale twisting a little deeper. Drop your shoulders down your back. Such a nice one to spend some time in. Noticing the quality of your breathing. When you are ready, come back to center and hit the other side. Noticing that the top of your head is in line with your neck and your hips, instead of jutting the chin forward, as we like to do, or hunching down, as I showed so beautifully. Just stay nice and tall. Think about that extra 3 inches that your spine is gaining right now, improving your posture. Just sit in it. Bring that back to center, and we will make our way onto all fours in a tabletop position. And once you get there, walk your hands out super long on your mat and let your hips lift up to the sky for a puppy pose. Oh my gosh, I love this one. I like to play around with my shoulder mobility here, so turning the insides of the elbows up toward the ceiling and then back down might feel good. Swaying your hips side to side might feel nice. You just take it where you're curious. We're going to move into a gentle flow. So bring it down all the way onto your stomach. Drop your chest to the floor to start. And then lift up into a slight back bend, up on those forearms. So it doesn't have to be super high up. You can be 1 inch off the floor with your chest, or you can take it into a little more advanced version, if you're feeling good, you can lift up onto the hands and come into more of an up dog position, allowing your chin to drop back, your head to drop back. These gentle back bends are such a good way to reverse all of this sitting we do all day, leaning, hunching forward on our phones or our computers, reversing all that damage here. And then slowly push it back into that puppy pose. And we're going to gently flow through those 2 moves a couple more times. Bring it forward and take any version of a back bend you like. It can be on your hands, it can be on your forearms. Just drop those shoulders down and feel the length moving through the spine. And then push those hips back and up. Taking those long, deep, restorative breaths. And again, move onto your belly and take that version of a back bend that feels good for you. On your next exhale, come down to the floor, rest your cheek down, and just tap out those feet. Give it a little flush. Coming into our bow pose. Grab the tops of your feet and kick into your hands, opening up your chest, your shoulders. This is such a good one for building strength in the back. Work in those paraspinal muscles that help you sit up tall and stand up straight. And if that's feeling good, you can rock back and forth on your pelvis while kicking your feet into your hands. On your exhale, drop it down. Give those legs a little flutter, and we're going to repeat that 2 more times. Grabbing those feet, lifting the chest, kicking into the hands. Instead of having the knees wide, imagine you're holding a ball or a yoga block in between your thighs. Such a good one for your back. Exhale, let it go. Let your head rest. Give those toes a little tippy tap. Last time, 3rd time's a charm, right? Lift that up. Get a little higher. Enjoy that vulnerability, that opening of the chest, showing of the heart. Exhale, let that go. From here, we will move into all 4s. So find yourself in a tabletop position. And you are going to lift an arm up to the ceiling. Pause here for a moment. Feel the stretch in your chest, your bicep. And when you're ready, thread that needle and drop an ear, a cheek to the ground. Keeping your hips level. Find that twist through the torso. Your top hand can always lift and find your low back or your opposite hip for a deeper stretch in the chest. Take a few slow breaths here. Come back to center and we'll just hit the other side. Reaching up, pausing for a moment at the top. And then threading that needle, dropping your ear and your cheek to the ground. You can use just a little bit of torque to open up that top shoulder. On your next exhale, you're going to come out of that and then make your way back to your belly. I love this one so much. Take your right arm, long palm to the ground, and then start to flip open that left hip. Maybe your left foot hits the ground. Again, you can take your opposite hand and hook it around to the low back to get an even deeper stretch in your chest. Thinking of pressure here, never any pain. If you feel pain, just back off and bring your top shoulder a little closer to the floor. Close your eyes. Breathe into any tight space in your body. And then we will just switch sides with that. So left arm goes long, palm to the floor, and start to roll your top hip open. Maybe hooking around that top hand to the low back. I always like to make sure that my neck and my head are in one long line. I'm not craning my head forward. If you throughout the day feel like your shoulders are hunching forward constantly, this is such a good one to reverse that effect. On your next exhale, we're going to meet back on all fours and just run through a couple cat-cows. So lifting your chin and chest and then curling through the spine. Inhale to lift chin and chest, drop the belly. Exhale to curl through the spine. To keep our back healthy, we need to move our vertebrae in different directions. So a cat-cow is an awesome example of that. Take one more each direction. And then we will meet on our back. So come on down to your back. Pull your knees to your chest. Just give yourself a nice big hug. Rocking right and left on your spine. Feels so good. Taking these 15 minutes to just get a gentle stretch in to reset our back. Coming into a bridge. Oh boy, do I love bridge. So take your feet hip width distance apart and start to lift your hips and your rib cage up toward the sky. Get a nice good lift. Another back bend. Can you tell I like back bends? But they really do just reverse all of that sitting we do all day, keeping that in mind. Push those hips up. You're squeezing the glutes. You can walk your shoulders under your back and interlace your fingertips. Your legs are strong and active here. You're pushing through all four corners of your feet. Tap your hips down. With an inhale, lift back up. Feel free to play around in this posture, walking your shoulders a little deeper under this time around, or maybe lifting your heels up, just exploring, being curious with what your body can do and what feels good in this moment. On an exhale, tap the hips. We'll do that one more time all the way up. Maybe you can get a little bit higher here. Thinking about a block being between your knees so you're not splaying open through the thighs. Let that go. Knees to chest, reset, big hug. We're going to plant the feet and windshield wiper the knees side to side. So just move the legs side to side. You should feel a good release, a little bit of movement in your low back. Checking in again on your breath. Long inhales, long exhales. Right knee pulls into your chest, left leg goes long. You're going to draw little circles with your right knee, or big circles, man, up to you. Remember, it's about feeling good, not about really following any rules. This is just simply a guideline. Switch those legs up. This pose apparently is really good for digestion, so if you have a heavy meal, maybe you hit this one after. A nice lying down one too. Drawing those circles in both directions. Best part of this 15 minutes, we're going to finish in corpse pose. Shavasana. Let your palms face the ceiling and just, if you have time, lay down, focus on your breath, focus on how chill, relaxed your body hopefully feels after this. And if you don't have time for Shavasana, you need to do it longer. Give your body a big thank you for carrying you through another day. Feel proud of yourself for taking this time to stretch out your back and to clear your mind. Thanks for coming to class. Can't wait to see you next time.